Hello everybody, welcome to the Q&A video. Our first question of today comes from Whoa, that's crazy! When will you review Ratchet and Clank? Next question, from Whoa, that's crazy. When will you review Ratchet and Clank? Well, come on, they can't be all like that. Fucking Jesus Christ, kid, what did you do? How many of these things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20 of these things? I will review Ratchet and Clank in 20 years! Now look what you've done. I hope you're fucking happy. Our first real question of today comes from Crazy Ohio Productions. What would you do if you woke up one day as your 13-year-old self? Probably have a wank. Next question from Admir Medic. If you could go back to your childhood, which game would you have told your younger self to play? This is a serious answer. It would be Ratchet and Clank. Purely because I only played the third one as a kid, and I only had the demo of the second one. And the second one is the best out of the original trilogy, so I'd want to go back and play that. Boy of Destiny, what video are you most proud of? Well, for the longest time it was Enter the Dragonfly, because out of all the videos I made in 2015, that's the only one I can sit down and watch any day and not be like, ew, this is cringe. But since then, I'm gonna have to say the Sly trilogy, because the amount of work that went into those and the overall, the final quality and the fan response was just so awesome. So, they're my new proudest videos. Next, from Amy Rose, what review was the most fun for you to do? Again, I'm gonna have to say actually no, that's not what I want to answer. So I'm going to pick two. I'm going to pick Legend of Spyro handheld games, and I'm going to pick Crash mobile games. Because both of those videos, they're both like compilation videos where I just smash through a bunch of similar games. And those are the best types of videos to make. I seriously love making those videos. Because it's just, you just smash them out, you get to play all this different weird shit, and they're just fun to watch. So definitely those two videos. Unworn Uniform. What makes a game worth reviewing? Have you ever had any games that you were in the middle of reviewing but realised it wasn't worth your time or didn't make a good review? Listen, if I've made it halfway through reviewing something, there's no turning back. Like if I'm halfway through beating the game, I either keep fucking playing it or I just call it quits there and still review the game based on that. Because I don't have enough time to get a project however much done and then just scrap it. However, to answer your question, there have been a few times where I've played a game thinking, oh, I'm gonna review this, and it hasn't worked out. I tried to do Pandemonium on PlayStation 1, I tried to do Spider on PlayStation 1, I tried to do Super Star Wars for Super Nintendo. Actually, that one I pushed back because I've got plans for what I want to do with that, so that one just sort of, you know, put that back on the shelf. And then around this same time, I decided to play The Legend of Zelda on NES, and you got that review. So, that is very rare though. I normally go into games knowing that I'll be able to make a video out of it, either based on the popularity of the game, how much there is to talk about, or, you know, and it could be a number of things. Again, it's very dependent on each game. Swift Shooter 88. What's your opinion on the sudden drop in revenue that all YouTubers are getting now? It's pretty shitty. I will say this though, there is no better time than to support your favourite creators through things like Patreon. As you can see here, I have my Patreon. You can get early access to ad-free videos, you can get access to exclusive blogs and vlogs and images and whatever else is going on behind the scenes. So if you're interested in more Scryjack content and want to support the channel so I can keep doing this, Patreon is the way to go. Check out the link in the description. But in all seriousness, these things come and go all the time, so just gotta ride it out really. There's not much else you can do. Aside from fucking plug and beg for money through things like Patreon. Click the link in the description! Next question from Tia Kinney. Is the PS4 what you expected it to be? Well, for a modern video game console, there certainly are a lot of old fucking games on the PlayStation Store. Most of which I already fucking own, so what was the point? Next question from Benny Esther. Okay, here we go. You are in a huge hole full of zombies. The only way out is blocked by them. What weapon from Bloodborne would you use? Which character of any game would you want by your side? And which soundtrack from the Crash Bandicoot series should play? What weapon from Bloodborne? I don't know anything about Bloodborne. What sort of fucking question? What sort of criteria is that? Weapons from Bloodborne. I don't know. Whatever the guy's holding on the front cover. I'm sure that's a great weapon. Which character of any game? Undead John Marston, because he can't die and he's, you know, got the shooting shit happening. And Crash soundtrack, Twinsanity, because then we can kill zombies to the tunes of Rock Slide Rumble. Blaze Jordan, did you ever have school camp? Yes, twice I went to school camp. Skipped the one in high school because fuck that. But the ones in primary school were pretty good. We went to a place and went foraging for gold and went to the beach. That was fun. Pissed myself on the first night because I was homesick. And also got kicked out of the girls, where the girls were staying. That was pretty funny. And what was the other one? Oh yeah, we went up the fucking mountains in the freezing fucking cold and I got sick. And I had a fucking bleeding nose in front of everyone before we had to go on a hike, and the whole fucking school got like held up because of me. That was fun. And they wondered why I didn't want to go to fucking camp in high school because that shit was embarrassing. Fuck doing that again. Jesus. Next question from Amy Louise. Would you rather have your legs replaced with arms or your arms replaced with legs? Legs replaced with arms. Do you imagine how cool that'd be? It'd be like being a monkey. Or like some Exorcist type shit. From Joe Willie. What's the hardest game in your collection that you've beaten? See, when it comes to hard games, I'm not one for beating them. What's a hard fucking game, cunt? I don't even know. Okay, final answer. The first Mega Man on NES. Do you know why it's fucking hard? That fucking Yellow Devil is a massive cunt, right? A little over a year ago, we sat down and beat the game on this channel, but we, like, used this fucking pause glitch to get past the Yellow Devil, and ultimately Wily. Well, I went back to try and beat the Yellow Devil clean not too long ago, and go on to Wily and beat him clean. But I could not beat that Yellow Devil without using the fucking pause glitch. So, that game can go fuck right off. Although I technically have beaten it. Waffle Face String Cheese. What games or consoles do you want in your collection? I would desperately love a Dreamcast. I have no idea why. I know nothing about the console, and it's like this weird, you know, like you step on something while you're walking down the street, and it's like, ew, what the fuck is that? That's the Dreamcast to me. But, like, I want to take that off my shoe and, like, analyze it and, like, figure out what it is. So, Dreamcast. Fuck yeah. Next question from Nobody Gibbs. What game franchise would you like to get a remastered trilogy for? Similar to the Crash N. Sane trilogy. Jak and Daxter. Come on. I'm like, Jak and Daxter, like, that's all I want. Spyro, yes, but more so Jak and Daxter. Could you imagine the first game? Listen, right, I've just finished playing Ratchet 2016. And that game, the old environments that have been brought back in that look amazing. Could you imagine that? For the first game, with all the sprawling, like, vistas and, like, temples and caves and shit. Imagine the spider caves redone. Imagine Sandover Village redone. Then go to Jak 2 and 3. Imagine Haven City. What was that video? I think it was last year. Someone remade that in like Unreal or something. They remade it. No, it wasn't Haven City. It was the pumping station. And good lord, it looked so sexy. I was just like, give it to me. Like, it'd be amazing. They would literally earn every single dollar I throw at them for that. But good luck getting that to happen. Stephen Bartkowski, what's it like living in Australia? What is there to do, and what's the culture like? The culture? What's the culture like? It's a fucking shit show. Feral Bogan fucks roam the street, get high on ice and fucking steal cars and shit. Oh, the culture's fucking great. Australia has such great, rich history. Lots of stuff happened, you know, like the Brits invaded and like convicts, and like one of my relatives was a convict and fucking was a cannibal and shit. Used to love telling that story in school. But like, the culture, it's just a bunch of feral fucks. Like, it's the culture is terrible. Stay away. The culture. Okay, the next question is music related. There was a bunch of fucking music questions about what do I like, what don't I like, songs, albums, artists, whatever. So let me just try and do a big umbrella answer for everyone, okay? I like music that means something to me, right? It's very rare that I'll hear a song and think, oh, I like that song, add that to my playlist. It's very rare. The only times I'll add music to like a playlist and like enjoy music is if I have like a spiritual connection with it. Like, I connect certain songs to memories, and I connect certain bands to memories, and I connect like oh, I heard this, like, oh, I made a friend, a really good friend, and then we were talking about this song, so now oh, I like that song now. I'm illiterate when it comes to music, and I'm really fussy with what I like. So, I hope that answers all your questions. But a few of my favourites: Gorillaz, Iron Maiden, AC/DC, System of a Down. Based on those, you can pretty much figure out where I stand in the genre department. But, in general, I like a lot of shit. Next question from Enrico Plutas. What was your reaction to The Undertaker's final match at WrestleMania 33? I'll be honest, I bawled my eyes out. Yes, grown man cries at wrestling, fucking newsflash, whatever. It was emotional, because Undertaker is the reason I'm a wrestling fan. But the match itself was utter dog shit. Easily one of the worst WrestleMania matches ever, one of the worst WrestleMania main events ever. He could barely fucking move. It's like, it's so sad. They should have ended it years ago. Because he goes to pick Roman up for the last ride, which is like, it's a fucking simple move. He gets him up and just fucking douche, nearly drops him on his fucking head. Like, it was so, and from that point on, he just laid there. He just fucking laid there. It was depressing, honestly. But excusing that, it was emotional. I'm Empathy. G'day, Jack. What has been your most treasured moment on YouTube, and what do you look forward to in the future of your channel? Will you always do YouTube, or do you have greater aspirations planned ahead? What was the question? Okay, I couldn't pick any specific moment that's my favourite, but all the times when you realise something that just reflects how far the channel has come, those are the ones that I just love the most. Like, the first time I got fan art, you know, I want to say September, October of 2015, that blew my mind. Brought a tear to my eye, because I was like, holy shit, that's insane. When I got to the point of starting to, this is going to sound a bit petty, but when I got to the point of overtaking channels that I always watched and was a fan of, that was a big one. When I was like, holy shit, like, I'd go to a channel I haven't watched in a little while, I'm like, oh shit, I'm bigger than them. That's insane. Like, they've been doing this for years, and I've already, like, reached their point and surpassed them. That's insane. Those are the sorts of moments that really, it's like, whoa. Those are the ones I cherish the most, is when it's just like, holy fuck, this is getting a little out of control. Like, this is getting scary now. So, yeah, and as for looking forward to things, I'm looking forward to being able to just do this full-time as a job. I'm doing it full-time as a job now, but it'd be nice to get paid for doing that job. That's basically the goal for the moment. Next question from Mo Dolls. Have you ever thought about pursuing voice acting? Your energy and such in your reviews is really good and I think you'd excel at it. Well, thank you. If this YouTube thing doesn't work out, it'd certainly be something I'd look into. Offering my voice or face or whatever to some other sort of medium. That's where I think my assets belong. Right? Some sort of media or production sort of role. So yeah, sure, why not? The master of videos. The master of videos, you say? Well, I'll be the judge of that. Take a look here, what do we got? Oh, master of videos has no videos. You sicken me. Anyway, they ask, if your house was burning down and you could only take one thing from your collection, what would it be and why? If this entire thing burnt down tomorrow and I had the chance to save one item, it would be this. Do you know why? So that I can still tease you and not review it, even though it's the only fucking game I have. I'm a cunt. Next question from Sir Crackerbulb. With all the reboots and remakes, ports of old titles, if you were an upcoming developer, how would you try and revolutionize the gaming genres we have today? Well, what I'd do, and I've been saying this forever, take a popular genre, combine it with a genre or style that you would never think would work with the two together, try and put them together. Back when I did my whole modern games suck thing, I was throwing out the argument, why can't a platformer have a serious, deep, realistic story? Why not? Everyone's like, oh, it wouldn't work. Has anyone tried it? Put simply, worlds need to collide to make something new and fresh in the video game industry, like a new genre. Next question. From Giro72. Do you ever catch a kangaroo and make barbecued kangaroo? Yes. Do you think I'm joking? I'm assuming your question is a joke. But, I mean, the thing I think you fail to realise is that kangaroo actually tastes really nice. Kangaroo is such a great meat. Like, I was raised eating kangaroo. So, as much as your question, I'm sure, was meant as like a haha Australia joke, it's a thing that happens. Kangaroo's beautiful. If you can ever try kangaroo, I highly recommend it. It's very nice. Kangaroo hamburger. Good shit. Next question from Dnader. If you were contracted to WWE, would you want to be on Raw or SmackDown? Also, what would your gimmick, ring name, and finisher be? SmackDown, of course, but only the fist version. My gimmick would be a bogan who gets high on ice, wanders down to the ring, and gets the absolute shit kicked out of him every single match. Does not get in a single piece of offense, just gets pummeled, hits with finishes, off the top rope, through tables, everything just gets obliterated every single match, right? His name's Bulk Bogan, right? And because he gets beat up all the time, the fans love him. They start to feel sorry for the guy. He gets super popular and super over just walking down to the ring and taking punches to the fucking head. This guy, he comes out every week and just gets destroyed. Why do we cheer for him? You know, what a loser. He's never even hit a move in his entire career and he's been here for 5 years. So, it's time for Bulk Bogan to invent a finisher. What is his finisher? The reversal. Can't say this seriously. His finisher is the reversal. So now he comes down to the ring, he gets booed, he's coming down to get pummeled, he gets pummeled for the entire match, and then right at the end, right before they go to hit an RKO out of nowhere, he reverses it. And the crowd flip out because that's never happened before. He's never shown any sign of not being a punching bag. So he reverses it, and the crowd stand up and cheer, and it's just so loud, people's eardrums explode, the wrestler who's been reversed gets up in shock and freaks out, and Bulk Bogan goes, "You!" and gets punched in the head, hits the mat, pinned 1, 2, 3. And thus is the tale of Bulk Bogan. The shittiest wrestler to ever step foot in the ring. Hope that was good enough for you. And our final question for today, Aussie Oz 98. How do you think this Q&A video is going to turn out? Honestly, I have no fucking idea. The quality of a video like this is determined by whatever material you guys have left for me. And out of 750 fucking comments that took me an hour and a half to fucking sort through, if the video is shit, it's on you guys. Honestly though, it was a lot of fun standing here and talking for an hour and a half to a camera, my only friend. So if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share. I'm Square Eye Jack, and have a great fucking day. Thanks for watching.